The story begins on Christmas night, where everyone had decorated their houses. In one of the houses, we see a man named Manel, who had come to his elder sister's house with his wife and was playing with his nephew. It was getting late, so he started narrating a song to his nephew so that he could go home. After that, he bids goodbye to his sister and leaves. When his wife was driving the car, Manel notices that his brow is not looking good. Manel asks, "What happened? Is there any problem? Tell me." His wife says, "You know everything. I want a child." Manel says, "I also want one, but not now." When the right time comes, his wife gets angry and says, "You don't want one." While they were arguing, a car suddenly crossed them and went ahead, due to which the car goes out of control. His wife somehow managed to control it, but it goes on the wrong side. Before they can bring the car to the right place, a truck comes and hits the car with great force, causing the car to overturn, and it is badly damaged. In this accident, Manel survives, but his wife is killed. Now we see a time after 1 year where Manel lives in a big house with his cat. He came to know from the news that a dangerous virus is spreading in the whole country, due to which the borders can also be closed so that wherever a person is, he stays there and does not get caught by the virus, because whoever gets affected by this virus, the victim of the virus becomes very violent, that is, full of anger and extremely cruel, like zombies, and bites others badly. But now this virus is under control to some extent. That is, the affected people are not biting like zombies. This is the first variant of the virus. Now there was a debate going on everywhere in the news about this virus, that what is this virus? How it started, but Manel did not care about all this. He was already very sad before his wife's death, so he does not take any precautions and takes his car and goes out to roam the city. At many places we see written that "Welcome to the beginning of the end." Manel came to the seashore because his wife had bought a boat which Manel had come to sell. When he was going back after meeting the customer, he gets a call from his sister whose name was Bilan, but Manel does not pick up the call. Then he goes to a store where people are buying food items in large quantities like crazy. Although it was also being said in the news to buy only essential items, but people are scared that if lockdown is imposed, then we will not be able to go out of the house. So it is important to have essential items. After coming home, Manel calls his sister Bilan. She tells that my husband is in the army. So because of them, we are being sent to an island so that we can be saved from the virus infection. We will be given a house to live there, so you also come with us. My brother, we are leaving for there tonight, but Manel clearly refuses. But Balloon insists that my brother, we should stay together at this time. So please you also come. And yes, flights are going to the island from the airport near you. So of course you can come tomorrow, but definitely come. Now Manel himself did not want to go, but on his sister's insistence, he agrees, and the next morning he left for the airport with his cat. On the way, he sees many other people's vehicles which were also going to the airport to go to the island. Manel was going while listening to the news. He comes to know that the second variant of the virus, that is, the next wave of the virus from the previous one, has come last night, in which this virus is very dangerous and has the ability to bite and kill. It spreads through contact with the blood of an affected person. Manel reached the airport and was standing in a long queue to get tickets because everyone wanted to go to Ireland. But then he was told that the flight to Ireland has been cancelled, due to which everyone got worried that how will they go to Ireland now? Then he got a call from Bilan. She says, "Brother, due to the discovery of another variant of the virus, the airport is being closed, so all the flights have been cancelled. For now you go home and do not go out. I will keep updating you and tell you what to do next." Then there is a stampede at the airport as well, and Manel somehow comes out with his cat and leaves for home by car. But on the way, he sees long lines of traffic. Even after waiting for several hours, when the traffic did not open, he started walking for home with his cat. It was night by the time he reached home, but what he saw shocked him, because the army was standing near his neighbor's house, who had made a plastic tunnel-like area around his house, inside which she was forcibly dragging his neighbor because he was affected by the new variant of the virus. After coming home, Manel went to sleep. Next morning, Bilan called and said, "Brother, the situation is getting worse. I have heard that the government is making safe zones for people, where they can keep people safe from infection by keeping them separate, because they will be quarantined there. That means they will stay there. But the inside news is that there will be more danger there. Obviously, if the number of people is more at one place, the risk of infection can increase. So whatever happens, do not leave the house. If there is a safe zone, do not go at all. Then as soon as the situation improves, we will take you from here." Manel sees in the news that the borders have also been closed, and when he checked his phone, he also got a news about this virus there. Videos were coming on how to protect oneself from the affected people, and how people of the other variant infect others by biting them. Seeing this, Manuel got worried that what is happening in this country. Then, an emergency message came from the government that after a few hours, all people will be allowed to go out, and markets, etc., will also be closed. So Manuel goes to the store to buy food items, but people had already emptied the entire store, and the half thing that Manuel was trying to buy was also snatched by people, and they were running away. Manuel also put some things in the bag, and he goes out. Then he saw that an affected person attacks a policeman. Manuel came out with a rod to save the police officer, but the attention of the affected person went towards him and he started running towards Manuel. He tries to save himself, but then the infected person dies after getting shot by the officer. Manel started to help him, but the officer was also affected by the bite, so he asked Manel to stay away from him. After Manel left the place, the officer shot himself dead so that he could not harm others. After returning home, Manel makes arrangements for his safety. He puts extra locks, rods, and thick keys on the door so that no one can enter. By evening, the network was also shut down. At night, the army came to his area with a bus so that people could be taken to safety. They made an announcement and asked everyone to board the bus. Manel switched off the lights of the house and hid there so that those people could not take him with them. Now we see the time after 2 weeks. Manel was left alone in this entire area. He makes a video for his sister and says that I am absolutely fine here. The only problem is that the food items have finished. Then when he sent the video, but it could not be done because the neck above which was locked up, thinks that even if I do not die of infection, I will definitely die of hunger. So taking his weapons, etc., he goes out in search of food. He checked many houses, but he did not find anything worth eating. He came very far from his house. He went to a house like this, and when he went there, he found an old woman who was on a wheelchair because her legs did not work. Manel thinks that if he can get food here, then there was no food here either. The old woman tells him that she had kept an eye on some houses here. So you go to those houses. I hope there is food there. When Manel went to those houses, he found things to eat, which both of them ate to satisfy their hunger. But how long could this go on? So the old woman tells Manel that it would have been better if you had gone with the army. If we did not have anything to eat, then we would kill each other due to hunger. Manel says that we should not lose courage. I will go to find food. When he came to this house, he found a lot of food which he brought home, and at night, both of them were very happy after eating to their heart's content. He tells the old woman about his wife and says that it was good. She died. Look what we are getting to see. We don't even have food. After talking about some more things, he came back home and again made videos and sent them to his sister with the hope that whenever the network came, the videos and messages would be sent. He went to sleep again, but then he heard the voice of an old woman on the walkie-talkie. She said, "Turn on the radio quickly." When he turned on the radio, the government officers were saying that all the people who are alive should come and meet us in the camping area safe zone. We will help you, send you to the island. The old woman said on the walkie-talkie that I don't think this is right. The infection will spread fast in the crowd. Manel said, "There is a shortage of food, we have to go there." She said, "I am on a chair, I will not be able to go." Manel said, "That is my job. I will help you in every way and take you with me." The next morning, he wore his luggage and went to the old woman's house. He comes, but is heartbroken to see that the old woman is dead because she took her own life by consuming too much medicine. She had also left a letter saying, "Thank you for taking care of me for so many days. I could not be a burden on you, Majid. That is why I took this step. Now you should go ahead from here alone." Then, with a sad heart, he leaves the house alone, and an affected woman attacks him. He pushes the woman away from himself and shoots her to save his life. Although he feels bad while doing this, he again leaves a message for his sister and says, "Now the affected people have come in every street. I, Majid, cannot wait for you to come. If you take me along, I am coming myself." Saying this, he leaves for the safe people camping area from where iron will be sent to him. But due to the road being closed, he has to go through the jungle. But many affected people started chasing him, but he did not stop his bike and reach the camping area where he was told to come. But sadly, there were heaps of corpses there too, because all the people who had come there had died due to the infection, and many had been affected. Now his bike overturned after hitting a corpse, due to which the box with the cat also fell down. And now when he tried to start the bike, it could not be started. That is why he takes the box with the cat and goes on foot through the jungle because the infected people were chasing him. He runs to a building and closes the door. The affected people started hitting their heads there, and he goes out through the back door. He saw a small ship, inside which he climbs, and seeing the blood on the ship, he got worried. Then a sound started coming from the cabin, and when he opened the door and looked, there was a small baby there who had also been affected, and there was a very scary bloodshed. It seemed that Manel thinks that if there was a big affected person, I would have killed him and left with the ship. But thinking how to kill the child, he leaves the ship with a small boat on the way. He again messaged Belan, that sister, "You were right to say that don't go to Sefyan because the situation there is also bad. Some people died and some got affected." It was night while he was traveling. He sees the dead bodies of the affected people in the water. Then he saw a small ship coming towards him. He stops it by gesturing. The people on the ship point a gun at Manel, but when he said that he is not affected, they bring him on the ship. All of them go to a big outer ship and feed Manel and his cat. There were 3 people here. One of them was the pilot, the captain of the ship, and the third was the captain. The pilot gives Manel some food to sleep. He asked the pilot that he was the only one alive. He says, "Yes, you are the first." After his life, Manel looks out of the window where a family is also coming towards their ship for help. The next morning, Manel meets the rest of the people. The one who is already living here asks the pilot about the family, that where is it that was coming to the ship last night for help. The pilot says that no one came to talk to you last night. Hearing this, he feels strange that there must be something wrong, and he starts looking at everything very closely and tells the pilot that the family that came last night was kept in the basement. The pilot says, "Don't think so much and mind your own business. Forget the rest of the things." Manel again feels strange and says, "You are a pilot. Then what are you doing with them on the ship? I know there are planes and helicopters in the nearby area. Then we can go to the island through them too." Pa gets angry and says, "Manel, if you want to stay alive, then mind your own business. Don't get in the way of others and think only about your survival." But now, Manel thinks of running away from here alone. At night, when he was about to leave, he finds a boat. He remembered his family, and while searching for them, he came to the basement where the family members were tied up and their mouths were covered with cloth. Manel removes the cloth from their mouths and asks, "Where are their woman and child?" Manel denies, saying he doesn't know. But then the captain's man comes there and points his gun at Manel. But before he can shoot, just in time, the pilot comes and kills the captain's man by strangling him with a rope. He also scolds Manel, saying that he had forbidden him to stay away from such matters. After which, she secretly takes a small boat and runs away. But the captain's men see them, and they start firing, in which the man whom they had just saved dies, and the pilot gets injured. Then Manel reaches the shore and starts taking the pilot to the hospital through the car parked there, because they could get a helicopter from the roof of the hospital on the way. Manel asks him if he has taken the helicopter. The pilot tells what happened to the woman and child of the family. This captain is a very bad and mean person. He takes people to the island after rescuing them, keeps the dead as his slaves, and does bad things with the women. Hearing this, Manel also gets angry. He says that when the situation will be better, then such people should be given strict punishment who are taking advantage of people in trouble. Somehow she reached the hospital, but then many affected people started coming towards her. They started running to attack, but Manel killed them all by shooting them with his machine gun. Then he came inside supporting the pilot, and there was neither any nurse nor any doctor here. There was blood everywhere. That is, there was devastation here too. Manel makes him lie down, and then the pilot asks him to take out his bullet. Manel had not done this work before today, nor was it his profession. But today, the situation had become so difficult that he himself had to work as a doctor. When he went to take care of the other person, another affected person started chasing him. Then Manel, with great difficulty, shoots him and saves his life. But on hearing the sound of the gun, many affected people came and started chasing Manel. He ran away to save his life. Then a nurse came in front of him and helped him. She took Manel to that area where the affected people had not reached till now. Apart from this nurse, there was a doctor and 3 children. Now the nurse went to another room to take out the bullet from the pilot. I go away, then she comes back and tells me that I have removed the bullet and he will be fine after some time. Manel tells her that he is a pilot by profession, so there are helicopters, etc. Here, to this the nurse says, yes, there is a helicopter, but it is standing below. But there are many affected people around, so going there is not free from any danger. Manel tells the nurse that when we had an accident, I brought my wife here. Then he goes to the place where his wife died. With a sad heart, he says, please forgive me that I did not listen to you. I needed time to have a child. But how could I know that you would leave me so soon? Now Manel goes up and starts thinking how to reach the helicopter safely. Then his phone bells start ringing. Many messages start coming. That means the network was back. When he checked, he saw Baylan's video. The message was telling that we have reached the island. Everything is very good here. We are enjoying a lot. Now Manel was about to tell about herself when she heard the sound of a gunshot. These were some goons who had come here in the food bar. Manel quickly goes down and tells them that the goons, i.e. bad people, have come to the hospital. Before she reaches the helicopter, we have to reach the helicopter, and now she started moving forward while avoiding the affected people. Yes, one affected person comes and bites the doctor. Now, although Manel killed him, the doctor understood that I have also been affected. She tells the nurse to take care of the children and goes inside to the affected person. After this, these people moved forward. Now they had to reach the helicopter by avoiding the affected people here also. So Manel uses his brain. He sees some barricades here, under which tires were also attached. He crosses all of them. She joins the barricades to form a circle inside which these people enter and start to leave from there. But one tire got stuck at one place, and when they tried to free it, the barricades collided with each other and made noise, due to which many affected people came near her. But due to the barricades, she was not able to harm them, but when all the affected people started climbing up, she started hitting them with an axe, but their number was very high and it was of no use. Meanwhile, the nurse opened a barricade and ran away with the children and quickly came and sat in the helicopter. After some time, the pilot also came in the helicopter. Now Manel alone fought with the affected people, after which he also came and sat in the helicopter. But don't know what happened, the helicopter did not start, and some affected people started coming in the helicopter area by jumping the gate. Then Manel quickly came and started cutting them with an axe. Hearing this noise, the goons also came here. They had guns and they also entered the helicopter area. Seeing this, Manel and the pilot got worried about what to do now. Both of them made plans by looking at each other. Manel broke a gate with his axe, due to which many affected people started entering the helicopter area rapidly. Now the goons got busy fighting with them. By then, the helicopter also started and the pilot started flying with him. The nurses threw down a ladder for Manel, on which he climbed and came in the helicopter with great difficulty. He was very happy because he was about to reach Ireland. He called Beilan and said, "Sister, I have done it. I am about to reach Ireland. The helicopter is about to land." But from there, Beilan said something that made Manel angry. She said, "My brother, go back immediately, because there is also a crowd of infected people there. This place is also infected now." Mahfouz is no more, and her phone gets disconnected, but Manel landed on the island with a helicopter because now he will save his sister and her family and take them back. With this suspense, the movie ends. Thanks for watching.